Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps that I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the bar. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he code switch focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game in the gang will it cost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, Godfather, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a peace, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up!
If I let my dogs off the leash, they you might want to get out of Dodge while they eat me. Honestly, they can smell the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind after eating.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a beast. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they want to call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode, I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, Godfather, I'm the kingpin.
What was going on, my man? Thank you for sliding through, my brother. You know, we had a late one last night, boy. Ooh, man, we stayed on for about 5 hours, man. I had to sleep in. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to have came on at 2, but I was like, man, we had such a session last night, you know what I'm saying? Talking about the fight. You know, Vergil Ortiz, he did his thing, man. He did his thing. And you know, Mighty Mo, I was disappointed in the Mighty Mo fight, but the women showed up. You know what I'm saying? They were real with it. You know what I'm saying? The women came in there and did their thing. You know what I'm saying? I was really up on that, man, because you know, Blair the Flair, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations to him. Ain't no hate or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? The man's a cornball. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he just make a mockery of everybody who's really trying to push the sport forward. And when you're disingenuous about, you know what I'm saying, you know, the fighters that are really trying to make the sport stick to the tradition of the sport and they're not clout chasing, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody, that's the thing, you know, with Chris Colbert and uh, um, what's his name, Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia. These guys, you know what I'm saying, they are the poster child for clout chasing. And it just kind of sucked, you know what I'm saying, to see it kind of spread like a disease, like a virus or something. You know what I'm saying? Instead of these guys, you know what I'm saying, really trying to get in there and fight the best. And that's what we want to see. You know what I'm saying? We want to see, you know what I'm saying, dudes, you know what I'm saying, taking on the best competition. You know what I'm saying? We don't want, you know what I'm saying, Tank calling out Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying, without pursuing it, or we don't want Ryan Garcia calling out Tank without pursuing it. And so, this is a new era in boxing. For all the boxing purists out there, nobody really feeling that, bro. Only these little dudes that like beef and stuff like that. This new age troll era, like that kind of stuff, man. For grown ass men, we ain't got time for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? We got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? We're paying for these pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? And we want, man. We want the best fights, and we can't do that when we got all these dudes chasing, trying to be stars. You can't play boxing. That's one thing about it. You can't play boxing. You got to be dedicated. And once you get a sense that somebody's not dedicated, like look at Jamal Charlo. What I'm saying? Jamal Charlo is a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? But he called out David Benavidez, and if you had no intentions on fighting David Benavidez, bro, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because then people stop taking you seriously, especially the boxing purists, because it's all about, what I'm saying, showing your grit and determination. So that's what make men, watch boxing because they're doing something in a gladiator sport. You know what I'm saying? Right, what's going on, dope boy? How you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, so that's what make men watch boxing because it's a gladiator sport, and these guys are trying to, what I'm saying, a man conquering another man in the ring. And if you're in there bullshitting and it's all like WWE type shit kind of energy, so that's why I don't watch wrestling anymore because I learned it was fake. And boxing, I hope don't keep going down that path, you know what I'm saying, where, they keep trying to control fights, keep fighters from the dangerous fights, and it just kind of ruins the whole point of enjoying the sport, you know what I'm saying, because now we'll never know who is the best fighters in the ring as long as they're protecting them, you know what I'm saying, from the other threats in the division. And that's what's been going on. Boxing has been heading down that direction, with Canelo, Triple G, you know what I'm saying? What's that little dude name at 154? Well, 160 now. Manga, what's his name? Manga, Jamel Manga. You know what I'm saying? He's got 40 fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody knows who the hell his opponents are because he keeps fighting tomato cans, and that's absurd to be a champion in boxes and you still fighting step up fights. That's why everybody gets the same criticism across the board, no matter how biased you think a person is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is biased. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is biased, but I mean, you could tell what people are biased on. So I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get back to, the best fighting the best, and stop trying to build up corporations on the back of these fighters, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to have to fight somebody eventually and they're going to get exposed, just like Chris Colbert was exposed by Hector Garcia, you know what I'm saying? He getting, once you get away from your craft and, saying you're not working on shit, then guess what? You're going to end up getting beat by somebody who's dedicated to the sport. And that's what's happening. A lot of people starting to get exposed. I don't think Mighty Mo. I think Mighty Mo was dedicated, but I think he lost his way. You know what I'm saying? He came in overweight for one, and that was an indicator right there that something wasn't right. Um, from what I understand, he was like 150 something. And what's going on, Tara Duke? How you doing? He's a hella high. You just coming through to show love from Just Do Boxing Peace family. Yes, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that so much. And the TWT team over there, you know what I'm saying? They hide over there with the boxing news and stuff. They know they stuff. Please support Just Do Boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother right there. And so Dope Boy says just by said stop buying pay-per-views until fans get the fight that they want. And that's gonna have to be across the board. These guys they only understand numbers, you know what I'm saying? They don't really care about the people. You know what I'm saying? They just looking at the numbers coming in and you know what I'm saying, you can see what's going on, Mike Biggs Boxing. Please support Mike Biggs Boxing. You know what I'm saying? He needs a few more subs, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to get monetized. Let's get him monetized. Um, so yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? He we got to get back. We got to you know stop buying these crappy pay-per-views. I'm gonna tell you something. I would not have brought Vergil Ortiz versus Michael McKinson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just got the zone. You know what I'm saying? The numbers talk, and they Tara do says yeah, numbers talk. They ain't talking about us in the fights we want, man. And that's what all should be important. Tell you the truth. You know what I mean? Because we're the one who paying their salary. You know what I'm saying? We're putting the money in the pot. You know what I'm saying, for the purses, and that should be most important. You know what I'm saying? It should never come out of a fighter mouth that they don't care what the fans think. And that's one thing that kind of upset me about Terrence Crawford was, you know what I'm saying? He's saying he don't care what the fans think. Yeah, I know you got the secure. I know you're the one getting in the ring, and I know you're the one that's taking all the risks. But at the same time, we are the ones who are paying to watch you. You are the entertainment, and you got to care about what the fans think because it's traditional and it's a legacy. You know, everybody's gathering up to see your skills. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to see your skills against, other fighters that don't quite, what I'm saying, measure up. You know what I'm saying, to your skill set. Yeah, anybody could get in there and beat up on somebody who don't belong in the ring with them. You know what I'm saying? That's just a you know what I'm saying? That's just, that's common sense. But the fight in a 50-50 fight, now that's rare. You know what I'm saying? It didn't used to be rare because we had so many poor fighters back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That came from poverty. That's why we had so many good fights. But now, they got technology and fighters can do other things. You know what I'm saying? There's so many more opportunities, so that's why we're getting lesser and lesser athletes, you know what I'm saying, into the sport that's, what I'm saying, just gritty and just want to stay to the legacy of boxing, be true to it. It's just social media. You see the Ryan Garcia, you see Rolly Romero, you're seeing more trolls in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And that's just uncommon because, you want to keep that persona that, saying that you're invincible, you know what I'm saying, that you're dominant in the ring. You don't want to be a clown. You know what I'm saying? And this is just we see boxing changing very rapidly. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been watching boxing for about 40 years, and I've never seen this kind of energy before. Around boxing, the clout chasing is it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Then not to follow up on the trash that you're talking is kind of ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Because you end up looking like a fool, and they don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. They don't care about looking like a damn fool out here. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Charlo should have been fought David Benavidez. He should have been at every press conference. And as soon as he said he would knock him out and David Benavidez responded, then he should have been pursuing that. For him just to talk trash and fall back. And then he had the whole incident where, the security where he was at the Canelo fight and, so he jumped behind security. And I just like, oh my God, bro, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? What is going on? It's like, it's such a disconnect from the old generation to the new. And Tara Du says, well, Pooh, you know how I feel about Bud since it's Sunday. She said, I'm going to hold my peace and let the Lord see him through. I mean, and that's for sure, man. And Bud is a great person. You know what I'm saying? He is a great person. He's a great man. You know what I'm saying, to pull his family out of poverty and helping, helping others in his community. You know what I'm saying? He just need to get his ass in the ring and sign a contract because now, what I'm saying, you guided your career, you built your career, you structured your career at Top Rank. You did a wonderful job. You did a bang up job with Bob Arum. Top Rank was great for you, but you didn't break off soon enough. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do like Floyd. Floyd Mayweather is an anomaly because he's a guy from the hood, but he had enough business acumen to see the writing on the wall, enough foresight to see that he had to break away from this man before he end up what Terrence Crawford going through. And they were going to run Floyd Mayweather in the ground too, because once you start getting bigger, you want more money, you want more paper. You know what I'm saying? You want more checks. You know what I'm saying? And these promoters are not trying to give you more money. You know what I'm saying? Especially Bob Arum. He comes from them old days, you know what I'm saying, where a quarter was worth a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And so he can't see it. Oh, these guys making $500 a fight nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? So he can't see it, and he's cheap. You know what I'm saying? He's probably worth. I think Bob Arum is worth $300 million. You know what I'm saying? So he's greedy. You know what I'm saying? And I can see it in Floyd, and I can see it in Oscar De La Hoya as they have progressed in their careers. That they're greedy too. You know what I'm saying? So it's something about becoming a promoter. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully EJ don't get like that. Hopefully, when Terrence Crawford becomes a promoter, I think he's a promoter now, or just he just got a few fighters signed to him, that they don't become like Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather and become greedy, even though they're successful. You know what I'm saying? They got to take care of the fighters because once upon a time they were poor. Once upon a time they didn't have nobody looking out for their best interests, and so you know it's just interesting to see the transition because when Oscar De La Hoya became a promoter, I was like, holy shit, that's gonna be awesome. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get fighters in there and he's gonna match them up and he's gonna have the best fight the best. Hell no. Shit's totally the opposite. You know what I'm saying? He got in there and he did what everybody else did. You know what I'm saying? And that was just crazy to me, to see them dudes acting just like the dudes like Bob Aaron, like Don King, like any of them. You know what I'm saying? They're not special. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing special about them, man. Said Doughboy said it changed because these promotion companies, because back in the day it was just one promotional company. You know what I'm saying? But it was always different promoters, you know what I'm saying, but they just ain't had no juice to do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because once somebody as big as Bob Aaron, they control the politics around it. They start buying off judges, they start buying off different venues. He formed relationships and he formed networks. The person with the most money, you know what I'm saying? Don King, same. He had all the heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could deal with the heavyweight division. You had to go through Don King to fight some of his fighters. You know what I'm saying? Ali, he started Top Rank. Him and the Muslims, you know what I'm saying? And Bob just happened to get in there, you know what I'm saying, with his Harvard degree, lawyer ass, you know what I'm saying? He went in there and you know what I'm saying, he just had the business acumen to help them put it all together. And so Ali got screwed too. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of these fighters back in the past. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't get what I'm saying the money that they were supposed to because they didn't understand the business side of it. Now, one thing about Ali, he was the greatest showman, and plus he was an iconic figure, so that kind of helped him out in the end. You know what I'm saying? So but these dudes today, they just greedy, man. They just all about the money, and it's a narcissist type of personality, and it just permeates through social media and everything we see, about being brash. It's not even cool anymore. This shit is like a joke. You know what I'm saying? To be, what I'm saying, prime time and what I'm saying, being in front of the camera and shit. That shit don't mean nothing no more. Used to be, what I'm saying, used to be something. See, it says Jose Diaz says, I don't understand, but sign a contract. But I think something is holding them up. And it could be, you know what I'm saying? And this is what I think. I think it's the venue. You know what I'm saying? I think they're trying to get this fight in Dallas because I think they want that revenue. They know if it's in Dallas, you know what I'm saying, the roof is gonna come off the building. I mean, can you imagine? You know what I'm saying? If EJ and Bud fought in Dallas, Omaha is too small. It's too small. They don't have venues like they have in Dallas, and that shit is gonna sell out in Dallas. It's gonna sell out anywhere it go because people are gonna travel to see this fight, and they know how hot this fight is. I don't know what the tickets are going for, but I know everybody wants to attend. It's almost like the Ali versus Frazier fight, but not it can't be that big, but I'll say maybe Sugar Ray Leonard and Hearns or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody wants to be there. Where the hell were you when EJ and Terrence Crawford fought for this era, this generation? You know what I'm saying? Everybody who understands this shit is gonna be off the chain and important. So they're gonna want to be there. A lot of stars. I think this fight gonna be very important to be made. And if Bud don't make it, it's gonna be bad for him, bro. It's gonna be bad for him. Yeah, Jose it says Tar says Jose Diaz is what is holding it up. And he says, okay, Jose Diaz, what is holding it up is Bud trying to figure out how bad he's going to get his ass beat. He's so scared. Now, somebody was saying something to me last night in the live stream. They were saying that Bud seemed like he's walking around like he's retired. And I made a reference to like the general in Gladiator when he was like saluting the troops and he was headed home. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody said he had that kind of feel to him last night. Well, not was it last night? Yeah, last night at the fight, and like he was just kind of surveying and kicking back. He was so relaxed. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a bad omen that he's not gonna fight. Like he's not up for the fight or something. And his energy has been totally off. You know what I'm saying? For me, he don't seem to have that eye of the tiger, or maybe he just got enough goddamn experience. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's watching everything and reading into everything. You know what I'm saying? Because this fight is so important. And it's just crazy, man. What's going on, Just Do Boxing? You know what I'm saying? Y'all subscribe to Just Do Boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother over there. Man, I've been super busy, bro. I've been just trying to catch up with everything, bro. Just driving, what I'm saying, all over the country, man. I'm trying to get it in, man. And please subscribe to Mike Biggs Boxing. What's going on, Bruce Gas Boxing and more? What's going on, my brother? You know what I'm saying? It's like, let me see. So yeah, so last night, Vergil Ortiz, man. Vergil Ortiz, bro. Well, first let's talk about Mighty Mo. Uh, I was devastated, bro. I mean, I'm not a big Mighty Mo fan, but I thought, if you look at how he fought in the past, he just looked like a shell of himself last night. I felt so bad for him, bro, because I know he worked hard. I know you could see the disappointment in his face, you know, and I knew Blair the Flair had athletic ability. So if you watch my video, I tell you he got popped. And if and I've seen Maurice Hooker take shots, what I'm saying, right on the face, what I'm saying, flush, because he have lapses in his mental, what I'm saying, his mental focus. And what I'm saying, that's why Jose Ramirez was able to get inside and beat his ass. And also Vergil Ortiz, he has a problem with pressure fighters, and he don't maintain that distance, and he got an 80-inch reach, but he don't use it, and it showed up in this fight. Not only that, it seemed like he was overweight. What I'm saying, he was overweight and he was not disciplined. What I'm saying, in this fight. What I'm saying, and he went in there. He looked slow. He couldn't cut off the ring, and I was just surprised by that. I'm like, dude, you supposed to be one of the top fighters. You know what I'm saying? I told him, woo, you supposed to be one of the top dudes. You know what I'm saying, in boxing. Okay, so you're gonna come in and you're not prepared to cut off the ring on a dude. That's all he do is run around the ring and pot shot you. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Erica? Uh, yeah, you supposed to be prepared for that. So I'm really looking at the Crawford camp, man. I'm like, what's up with y'all, man? Why y'all didn't have this man prepared? Who looked at this man inspiring and said, okay, we ready? You know what I'm saying? They should have pushed back the fight. But the way Maurice Hooker fought, it didn't look like it would have mattered, because it looked like he is off. And I'm talking about his reflexes. He wasn't fighting like a young man. He was fighting like he was 65 years old. He was fighting like he was damn Bernard Hopkins, like he was about to get knocked out the ring. That's what it looked like. And he is lucky he had Blair the Flair Cobb in there, because if he would have had somebody, like somebody any better, man, he would have been really destroyed. And he was just missing punches. I could tell he had a lot of ring rust, but also it just seemed like his physicality was just wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't there. And it was sad to see Bomac sitting up there while this man is getting destroyed, giving him these weird instructions. And Terrence Crawford had to come up there. It was to the point where Terrence Crawford had to get up, come up there, and start telling this man, you know what I'm saying, how to cut off this ring, cut off the ring, and to where to place his foot to educate his feet so he can get on top of Blair Cobb, and he started doing better. You know what I'm saying? He started actually doing better in the fight. You know, when Terrence Crawford was coaching him. But by that time, you know, he kept falling into the same traps that Blair Cobb was setting up. He would back him up to the rope, and we all know what Blair Cobb was gonna do. And it just seemed like Maurice Hooker boxing IQ was like, bro, he is waiting, you know what I'm saying, to counter you, you know what I'm saying, when you back as soon as his back get near that rope, he leaps forward, you know what I'm saying, with that left, and then he comes back, you know what I'm saying, with a wide ass overhand right. It was just crazy. He was kept doing that. I was like, what is going on? Like, he had like he never boxed before, and he just wasn't slipping nothing. And I was like, what is going on? What's going on, TZ Frank? I'm like, bro, what is going on with you, man? You supposed to be a higher type of level of type fighter, and he just didn't have it last night. I mean, his reflexes was too slow. Um, you know what I'm saying? His footwork was too slow. He was walking around the ring, and then he got knocked down. Okay, the first knockdown, you know what I'm saying? I said, okay, he got caught. Okay, he got caught on the first knockdown. Okay, we could deal with that. Okay, he just wasn't ready. He wasn't warmed up. But then he got back up and got Falumaloom again. I said, something going on here. I said, this dude, he's just not, it's not clicking. You know what I'm saying? Then he got knocked down a third time. I said, shit, it's over for him, bro. Because he had no sense of urgency to get back into the fight and get his game plan going. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, Blair versus Bert. Yeah. Blair, oh man. We'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Because Virgil needs some work, bro. Virgil needs some work. But Mighty Mo, he need to retire, bro. Because it's nowhere but down. He got nowhere to go but down. He's not even a good gatekeeper. Right now, he's kind of like Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? He never reached, well, I can't say he didn't reach the status of Gamboa, but because he was a WBO champion at 140. But at the same time, you know, he gonna have to fight somebody, and somebody on the top tier level, and he's gonna lose every time fighting like that. So he might as well retire because he's gonna become a punching bag. So for those who want to move up in an easy fight, like Conor Ben, somebody like Conor Ben, somebody like um Deron Ennis would whip his ass, you know what I'm saying, just to have his name on the resume. You know what I'm saying? He's just food for them dudes. You know what I'm saying? So he need to go ahead and retire. He can make a couple of more checks, but he gonna have to show some better defense if he don't want to get some permanent brain damage. He's gonna be talking like James Toney around here. You know what I'm saying? If he keep getting beat up like that. You know what I'm saying? And the end, Blair Cobb, you know what I'm saying, he got his lead and he just started running around the ring. And from what I understand, the Fort Worth people, they were just booing. Well, they were booing him. I had the sound off because I was on live stream, but they were booing the hell out of him. And he was just running around the ring to keep his lead because he had no power left on his punches. And if Maurice Hooker, if he was focused, he could have went in there. He could have got back because Blair was just all over the place. He was just flailing, and anytime Hooker would come within any reach of him, he would just run around the ring, and he couldn't cut off the ring, so he was doomed. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do nothing. He wasn't prepared. What's going on, Courtney Thomas? Yeah, he was just doomed, and I felt bad for him because you could see. And another thing that made me mad about Maurice, he got discouraged and he showed it. You know what I'm saying? He stopped before he got to his corner after he got knocked down, and he just kind of looked up like he was talking to God. Like, oh God, what I'm saying, why me? Or something. He was just showing it that he was disappointed. No, bro, you can't do that, bro. It's still psychological. We all say boxing is what, 90% mental, 10% physical. What I'm saying, whatever dimensions you want to break it down, but it's mostly mental. And he was just demoralized, and I was like, shit, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It was a good fight for a little while until Blair just stopped cruising on his lead. That's why I don't like that guy. You know what I'm saying? He talk a lot of shit, and then he get in the ring. He kind of like a cheap Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? He's a cheap man, a poor man's Keith Thurman. And I just thought that he stunk up the whole joint from the seven to the end. You know what I'm saying? And just running around. You know what I'm saying? Trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? He got both his eyes. I was like, what did all that damage come from? Them headbutts. You know, they kept clashing heads, and you know, Blair Cobb got the worst of it. And but Maurice Hooker never had another gear. He didn't have another gear to pick it up. He picked it up a little bit, but it wasn't enough to make up the deficit he had got for itself. And he was fucked up. That's all it is. He was fucked up. It's like you couldn't do nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? It's like Terrence. The only way he could have won that if Terrence Crawford, he tagged him in and he put the gloves on and he went in and knocked that dude out. That's the only way he could have won. You know what I'm saying? Because the Hooker we saw last night, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have it, bro. He ain't had the eye of the tiger. He ain't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was behind on child support payments or something. That's how you got to fight. Like them boys about to lock you up. You know what I'm saying? And you got to pay that child support on Monday, and then you need that check. You know what I'm saying? That's what somebody should have did. They should have called and said, "Hey man, you behind." You know what I'm saying? You going to jail on Monday. And he would beat shit out of Blair Cobb. I guarantee it. And Eric Goss says, he said Hooker needs to call it a career. He said if not, he said if he's not in love with he said he's not in love with this sport because of a loss from Cobb isn't going to bring a lot to the table. You know what I'm saying? Going forward. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree with that big time. You know what I'm saying? He says, TZ says, Boback wasn't helping him either. Yeah, yeah. He said wasn't helping either. He said you're going to see the same thing when Bud starts to get his ass whooped by Spence. He said Bomac not. He said Bomac not going to be able to help him either. well, we got to get him to sign the contract first. You know what I'm saying? For right now, I don't like Terrence Crawford's body language. His body language. I don't like his energy right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the old Bud. You know what I'm saying? Come up. So I want to see some more. I want to see some more live streams from his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear him talk about this fight, and I feel more confident about it. Um, let's see. He said, bro, we said that shit last night. He said, I swear, bootleg, a bootleg Keith Thurman. A bootleg Keith Thurman. Yeah, he's one of them DVDs and shit that mess up in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Them old DVDs back in the day when they had a movie and the motherfucker come in upside down and sideways. You know what I'm saying? Before it straighten up for a little while. It'll straighten up for a little while. But then, god damn it, that motherfucker is gonna twist and turn on you and shit by the end of the movie. Motherfucker be shaking. You see a motherfucker get up and see somebody smoking weed and stuff on the damn DVD. You know what I'm saying? Eric God says, he says, Cobb needs a real corner because he boxed like he got H, ADHD. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he said he needs to get a boxing IQ. He need to get a boxing IQ so his toolbox can line up with his mouthpiece. Well, at this point, I think he need to retire. What I saw in there was a fighter that got old. His expiration date, what I'm saying, came up last night. He didn't have the reflexes, bro. Um, besides Bomac trash coaching, I'm talking about that man looked like he was 65. You know what I'm saying? I got faster reflexes than Maurice Hooker. Maurice Hooker last night, he didn't look like a athletic fighter. He looked like somebody who was off. I'm talking about. He was missing punches by a mile. And even though Blair Cobb, he's fast, but he don't have educated boxing skills like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just Maurice was just super, super slow. And it was at times it was painful to watch him miss, certain shots. You know what I'm saying? He was punching from way too far out. He was telegraphing the shots. And I was like, bro, what is going on with you? You know what I'm saying? You got to get into the fight. You need a sense of urgency. Then at one point, ring, he stopped, and then he was doing his arms like, "Come on," you know. What I'm saying, this dude is gonna win. You know, what I'm saying, this dude is he's beating you. He's up on the cards. He is not gonna engage you. You got to go get him, and that's why I say, Maurice would have did well to train with Derrick James, because he need to learn how to get aggressive, even though that's not his style. You know, so he need to get that into his game. At this point, I think he just needs to retire. Um, you know what I'm saying? I just think he needs to retire. I don't think he's, like you said, I don't think he's into boxing. You come in overweight, that's a sign. You're already at a disadvantage. And Blair Cobb, this was only a 3 week. He only had a 3 week notice for this fight. He only had 3 weeks, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they were dependent on that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll get tired and press him out. But this is another fight where we see the favorite dude, you know what I'm saying, underestimate somebody who's got a short camp, and that was Chris Colbert uh, and Hector Garcia, who had like 3 weeks to accept the fight, and he went in there and whooped his ass. You know what I'm saying? So these fighters, they got to stop with the hiatus. They got to stop with the, they got to get in the ring, and they got to keep on getting better. You know what I'm saying? He says, I'm not. He said, I'm talking about Cobbs. He said he needs someone to teach him the what and the why to his crafts. Even though he won, he said there are too many other fighters at the top will beat him. Oh yeah, Cobb has some good tools. You know what I'm saying? He has some good natural ability. The problem is that, like you said, he needs to be home. But at his age, unfortunately, at his age, what I'm saying, he's not going to get any better. You know, he's not going to get it. He got what he got. He knows what he knows, and you could probably give him a couple of few things, but I think Cobb is like, what, 32 years old. You know what I'm saying? Who he's going to beat? You know, who he's going to beat, unless he just gets in there and really focus. You know what I'm saying, on his craft and stuff, and stop worried about Ric Flair. Stop worrying about being the damn black Ric Flair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's going on, Skywalker Boxing and the T? Shout out to the TWT team. Um, y'all subscribe to Skywalker Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'll be watching your fishing. Watching your fishing over there. And I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. So he needs to retire, bro. From what I saw last night, he just not. Oh, we was talking about Cobb. So, Cobb got some good tools, man. He just, he's just too old right now. Like EJ said, he's a 33-year-old prospect. You know what I'm saying? And he's just stepping up. So, it's kind of too late. Who's gonna want to fight Blair Cobb? There's no money in it. So, there's really no money in it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Skywalker Boxing. And there's really no money in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to fight a Blair Cobb. He's going to front on you. And he's always using EJ name, you know what I'm saying, the clout chase. That kind of bothers me too. You know what I'm saying? He always got something negative to say. They asked him in the interview who he thinks going to be who's holding up the fight. And he said he thought that EJ was holding the fight. Shit didn't even make no sense. Didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? He just, for some reason, you know what I'm saying, nobody likes EJ being in the spot. They think a lot of people think that EJ is spoon fed. I was like, how do you think this man is spoon fed when he went around and he got all the belts in the division? And that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to fight the best in the division, but yet, there's so many people just got weird narratives. You know what I'm saying? He did what you're supposed to do. But we got so much propaganda and so many haters out here, you know what I'm saying, that don't want people to do shit the right way. You know what I'm saying? People want shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? What did Terrence Crawford do? Terrence Crawford went and he stayed at top rank, right? He stayed at top rank when he could have went over to the PBC where all the fights was. And he said, and this is the thing that really gets to me, is because he says it. He says it in his live stream. He said, yeah, I know I could have went to the PBC, you know what I'm saying, got those fights. And he rubs it in his fans' face. You know what I'm saying? I know I could have went over there, you know what I'm saying? But that's EJ's company, right? that's EJ's coming. He don't want to be a part of what EJ is. And I'm like, bro, that is dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because EJ is just a contractor, like everybody else. Like Canelo came over and got his 50 million, whatever. He came and got his millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And he dipped out. You know what I'm saying? He could have did the same thing. So, with the thing with bad business bud, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. His bad business bud. He always chooses um the worst business path because he went over to Dubai and messed with this McKinnon guy. He's a gangster. He's on the run. So, you know what I'm saying? Just like, dude, you could come out the frying pan, you know what I'm saying, into the fire. What's going on, my time to shine? I appreciate that. He says, salute pool counter. That live stream was lit last night. Oh yeah, we went for 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm tired this morning. I had to sleep in, man. We went on for 5 hours gun beating, you know. Uh Mike Biggs boxing. He said, okay. He says, yeah. Skywalker says, yeah, but I'm burnt out on fish. He said, that's why I release it. Yeah, well, that's something fascinating, you know what I'm saying? To see you know, um, guys who go out them boats and they go out there and they grab swordfishes, them big ass swordfishes, then they just let them go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? I guess it's the sport of it, but you know what I'm saying? It's like if you're gonna go out into the ocean and risk your life to get like a swordfish or you know what I'm saying, something exotic like that. I mean, I don't know if it's legal or not. Um, you know what I'm saying? It's just interesting to see them put them damn things back into the ocean. After you done spend 5 hours trying to reel it in. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Let me see. Eric says, bad business bud sums it up. Yeah, but his whole energy towards his fight is just it's just it's a letdown. It's anticlimactic, is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to see, saying Bud have that energy to pump up the fight. Even the fight with Porter, he was just, it's like I don't know, he just don't have that vigor, what I'm saying, anymore. That's another reason why, or maybe he just can't get motivated for a legacy fight. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people saying he's scared, but I'm wondering about his motivation to still fight. I know in a few interviews way back, Bud said that if it wasn't for all his responsibilities, he would have retired. And he also said that he said that he would retire. And man, I forgot my damn. I'm so damn. I just woke up, y'all. Y'all got to forgive me. Um, but yeah, he don't. I don't think his heart is in boxing anymore. He said that he never thought he would make it this far in his career. That's what he said, and that this everything that he's experiencing now is just kind of like extra for him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. So for him to be that good and exceed his expectations, but then what I'm saying, not have the ambition, what I'm saying, to play it out. You know, because he really, if you think about it, he's been protected his entire career. He haven't fought nobody that could really, match his athletic ability. He beat Gamboa on athletic ability. What I'm saying? He beat, Ricky Burns on athletic ability. He beat, your boy, what's his name? Victor Poster on athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying I'm not taking away from his boxing skills because he does have boxing skills, but mostly it's his athletic ability, his ability to get the punch there and punch at different angles, what nobody else can do, you know. And what I'm saying, that now he's fighting a dude that's just as athletic and just as tough. He don't want to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's facing. If anybody knows what he's facing is Terrence Crawford. You know, no matter what they say out there, Terrence Crawford knows what EJ is. And he's a beast. You know what I'm saying? You thinking about retirement and you got this motherfucker like a boots in it, somebody who's got an engine, somebody who still love the sport, somebody who's coming for your ass. And it's like, you got to shake off somehow. You got to shake off all that bullshit and get your head in the game and get revved up for this dude. And he understands that he's not like them other dudes that he fought, because this dude here, Will, is just as strong, what I'm saying, as mine. He's just as athletic as me. He don't think I can beat him. You know what I'm saying? Coming straight forward, coming straight for your ass. When when you get into a fight, what I'm saying, as a dude, he keep backing up. You know what I'm saying? Again, when he talking shit to you, then the dude who's talking shit and he's stepping towards you. You know what I'm saying? Because he's ready for that smoke. And that's EJ. He's not like them other dudes. You know what I'm saying? He's coming towards you. You know what I'm saying? That's why he had so much trouble with Jose Benavidez, because Benavidez thought he was the shit. He thought he could beat him. You know what I'm saying? So he was with the smoke. You know what I'm saying? So he had trouble with that guy because he had confidence in himself. You know what I'm saying? And he really thought he could beat Terrence Crawford. And them other dudes, you know what I'm saying? They just didn't, they wasn't talented enough. They didn't have the athletic ability, what I'm saying, to give him any trouble in the ring, and they were too small, or they were too slow, or he always had an advantage, you know what I'm saying? But in this EJ fight, he knows he don't have those advantages. He said the same. He says, he says, Troy Moore, what's going on, Troy Moore? He says, with the same amount of reach. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, EJ got the dimensions that the other fighters don't have. Plus, he has an advantage over Bud. He's a natural welterweight. He's a natural welterweight. You know what I'm saying? That means he can absorb anything that Terrence Crawford can put out. You know what I'm saying? He can absorb that shit, and he can keep coming. And with all due respect to Bud's power, he's never faced a dude like that. And see, they keep trying to come back with a counter argument, saying that EJ never faced a fighter like Bud, which is true. But a good bigger man, a good big man always beat a great small man, and that's always the case. You know what I'm saying? That's always the case. You know what I'm saying? I know people gonna say, well, Canelo didn't beat Floyd Mayweather, but Canelo was never great. You know what I'm saying? He was never great like that. You know what I'm saying? He was just somebody Floyd built up, you know what I'm saying, on his undercards, and just think about how many gift decisions Canelo got, you know what I'm saying, just to make it to this point. And think about how many people he ducked, how much smoke he ducked to get to the point where he is. What's going on, Yolanda? Thank you for sliding through. And think about how much smoke he ducked, you know what I'm saying, how much he had to conquer the politics of the sport to get to where he at today. So, it's just, you just got to, support the real ones like Devin Haney and Deontay Wilder. Who's coming back to fight Robert Helenius? That should be a pretty good fight. And we can see what Deontay Wilder got left in the gas tank. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a really good fight to come back to. But moving on to Vergil Ortiz versus Mike McKinson. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Mike McKinson was he was hitting Ortiz. If he had any power, y'all, you know what I'm saying? He would have hurt Vergil Ortiz. He was getting whacked with that left, that straight left, and that left hook. He was getting whacked with it on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Before, Vergil got his groove on, before he got warmed up and started walking in and hitting him to the body, McKinson was looking pretty good. I was surprised, of how much success he had against Vergil Ortiz. And Vergil Ortiz looked lost for a second. You know what I'm saying? He kept his aggression, but looked like that's all he got. You know what I'm saying? All he got is power. You know what I'm saying? Power hooks to the body. You know what I'm saying? None of his jabs was really working. Every now and then he would land a jab. You know what I'm saying? Punch variation. He's got the same 3 or 4 punches. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward. When your boy McKinson was in the corner, he was able to escape. You know what I'm saying? Vergil Ortiz cannot cut off the ring on nobody. On nobody. And I just thought that was a weakness, that he has. And I said, man, how is he talking about fighting Errol Spence Jr.? How is he talking about fighting Terrence Crawford? You know what I'm saying? When he can't do certain fundamental things. You know, hell, that lean back type of defense thing he does, yeah, he deflects sometimes very well, but he gets away from it and he gets caught up in his offense like a Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? And that's he's gonna get alone by somebody like Terrence Crawford, somebody like Boots Ennis. You know, he's too one track minded. You know what I'm saying? He got to put it into his game with his muscle memory. You know, and his muscle memory right now, he got to correct it. You know, because he just missing too many fundamental things to be able to. A fighter on the level of Michael McKinson should not have been able to go 9 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he had him hurt in the sixth. He could have ended it. But he looked like, I don't know if it was the weight, trying to make the weight. He made a big point. Frank boxing pick up tonight. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if what it was, but he could not cut the ring off on this guy, and this guy didn't have any power. He didn't have any power. What's going on? Candy Slim 501 says Bad Business Bud got paid more guarantees, he said, than all of them PBC ninjas. He also got just as much on pay-per-view tips. You know what I'm saying? Candy Slim, cut the propaganda, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you already know how much PBC fighters get paid on the back end, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, bro, to be arguing about money. You know what I'm saying? When it's your legacy that's suffering. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the money. It's about the legacy. And you're talking about pay-per-view. We already know what Terrence Crawford pay-per-view sales are. That's why he need to get guaranteed money, because his pay-per-view suck. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want his pay-per-views to suck. They suck because, a lot of his pretend fans are not buying his fights. You know what I'm saying? I brought all of his fights. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably a bigger Terrence Crawford fan than all the people who claim to be Terrence Crawford fans, because I've paid for his pay-per-views. I paid to see Amir Khan and that bullshit ass fight. You know what I'm saying? That's why, this fight is being hard. It's hard to make this fight today. You know what I'm saying? Because his pay-per-views are so low. You know what I'm saying? What you worried about how much Bud getting paid? Why are you worried about how much guarantee? He didn't make as much as any PBC fighters. You know what I'm saying? We all know this. How could you even come out and say that when everybody know, what I'm saying, how much money these guys and guarantee? You're gonna focus on the guarantee? You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, bro, you gotta make your money. You know what I'm saying? The way you can make your money in the PBC model is they give you the low front end guarantee, and whatever that fight makes, you get the percentage of that. You know what I'm saying? Even Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm saying, made like what $2 million. You know what I'm saying? Off of, he got like 70% of the fight he just had with your boy. You know what I'm saying? So he's touching M's now. And he's at Golden Boy. So you already know PBC on their business model. You know what I'm saying? When they do 200,000, 250,000 pay-per-views, they're getting paid, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Y'all dudes, y'all go through too much mental gymnastics, you know what I'm saying, to make certain points. And it's just, it don't mean nothing if you ain't fighting nobody. You said that's the whole point of boxing, is to get in the ring and show you the best, bro. Fighting tomato cans, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have loved Pernell Whitaker. We wouldn't have loved Oscar De La Hoya or Floyd Mayweather if they came up fighting the same fighters that Terrence Bud Crawford fought. You know what I'm saying? If Pernell Whitaker fought, Victor Postal, I mean, if he fought Ricky Burns, if you know what I'm saying, he fought those type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't really be into Bud like that. Be into Pernell Whitaker like that, or Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? You gotta accept reality. It's nothing against Bud. It's about who he fought. You know what I'm saying? And when he's finally facing real competition, you know what I'm saying, he's not acting like the dude that fought Victor Postal. You know what I'm saying? He's not acting like the dude who fought Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? He's acting soft now. That's the problem. He got to keep the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Eric Ross says Lamont Peterson season, I say, is a good look at Bud. Is a good look at Bud. He says, who era made who made who who Errol made work out of. He said Lamont Peterson, I see is a good look at, but who Errol made work out of. Saying so. Well, Lamont Peterson. You know, what I'm saying he was still good. You know, what I'm saying I think EJ just kind of beat the rest of the fights out of him because when he fought Lipinets, you know what I'm saying, he looked like a shell of himself. Lipinets was able to take the rest of it out of him. And Lamont Peterson was the type of fighter that, you saw him beat Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia got the nod, but you could see the type of fighter he was. And, he helped train EJ in the Olympics. He helped train Sean Porter for the Terrence Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying? So, Lamar Peterson is a good gatekeeper. He became a gatekeeper overnight after he lost to EJ. You know what I'm saying? You could see, his down trajectory from there. You know what I'm saying? And he just got beat the fuck up by EJ. It was terrible. You know what I'm saying? And who is this? Is Loving Down? God, shit. How you say that? Let's see. He said, who wins, Ben or Ortiz? Uh oh man. Why you gonna throw that in here like that? Jesus Christ. Who win? Ben's? Uh, wow. Shit. That's a good one. Man, that's a damn good fight. Woo, man. Conor Ben and Vergil Ortiz. Who win? I would have to look at it, man. I would get an edge to Virgil. You know what I'm saying? Just because and not just because, what I'm saying, the type of dudes that Conor Ben has fought, the competition he has fought. And even though Virgil Ortiz haven't fought really like the best competition, I think he's willing. I think I think Conor Ben is just kind of getting there. And I think Virgil Ortiz is a little further along than a Conor Ben. Um, but shit, that's a good fight. That's a damn good fight. Wow. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to see the doc destroy your son. You know what I'm saying? Start getting on that level. You know what I'm saying? Because his dad was hell. You know what I'm saying? Nigel Ben was that dude, man. And I would love to see his son get into the mix and fight somebody like a Virgil Ortiz. But I would give Virgil Ortiz the edge in that. But that's a 50-50 fight. Maybe a 50-45 fight. We want to see Conor Ben one more time with somebody a little bit better, and see how he do. Because Chris Van Heerden, what I'm saying, even though he was good once upon a time, what I'm saying, he don't look so well these days. He looks, he didn't look great against Boots Ennis, and he just kind of looked like he's on a downward trajectory after he fought EJ. He don't look like that same guy. Um, so we would have to see being in with maybe like a, what I'm saying, somebody a little bit better. But Virgil Ortiz, he's talking about fighting Jerron Boots Ennis. Um, Conor Ben is talking about fighting Boots Ennis. He might as well fight Virgil Ortiz, and he did have a damn good chance to beat him. You know what I'm saying? He could beat this version of Virgil Ortiz that we saw last night. He would, I think Conor Ben would beat Virgil Ortiz, the one we saw last night. Um, but they both got that forward style, so it would be a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't see, they're not great on their back foots. Neither of these fighters. So it would probably be somebody would end up on the canvas. Somebody would end up knocked out. And I think Conor Ben got more power than Virgil Ortiz, to tell you the truth. But I think Virgil Ortiz is a little bit more polished than Conor Ben. I think he's more polished. I think he got a little bit more grit right now than Conor Ben, a little bit more confidence. And what I'm saying, maybe this was just a rusty version of Virgil Ortiz. Man, that's a good fight. You got me just thinking, bro, about it. That'll be a great fight, man. Man. But I would give Virgil the edge, you know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Uh, let's see. What's going on, Grease with Fire in the building? He says, Troy Moore says, Bud has done all that woofing about fighting big fish, but he just keeps saying he's just he's just saying keep the same energy now that it's time. And that's what I'm saying. You see a lot of people don't want this fight. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to keep talking trash. They're all about the argument and stuff. And boxing purists want to see who's the best, regardless. They keep asking me, am I going to shut my channel down? You know what I'm saying? After EJ loses, no. You know why? Because I'm a boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I root for EJ, but you can do that as a boxing fan. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But people keep trying to, you know, emphasize, what I'm saying, these weird precedences, what I'm saying, how you're supposed to act as a boxing fan. But yeah, you could be a boxing fan, and if your boxer lose, guess what? They just lose. You still rock with that dude, but he wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't beat the dude you thought he could beat. So I don't understand, what I'm saying? These fans, they just a little too emotional. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching boxing for 40 years, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still here. So you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'll be right here if EJ lose, but I definitely be here when he wins. So, and it's gonna be more fighters that come along after EJ and Bud. So, but y'all probably those kind of dudes, they ain't gonna be here once they disappear. You know what I'm saying, from the scene. I've been here since Roy Jones lost, and that was my boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still here. So I don't really understand that kind of thinking. Vergil has a very good high guard, and it's hard to penetrate. Yeah, I mean he does have a very good. But see, the problem with Vergil Ortiz is he don't fight nobody. See, when he fought his first person with power, serious power, which was Aegis Kavalauskas, and see, you know, you can look good through people you can walk through. You could take a punch on the chin, but see, he got hit by Aegis Kavalauskas, and the problem with Aegis Kavalauskas is he don't have very good stamina to follow up. You know what I'm saying, to finish you off. He'll go for a little while. You know what I'm saying? He got about 5 seconds where he goes Super Saiyan on your ass, and then after that, it's downhill. You know what I'm saying? It's like he shoot a shot, and you know what I'm saying. Then he ain't got nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But he got hit by somebody with power, and he was jacked up for a second. He lucky he didn't get in there who could finish him. You know what I'm saying? So, that goes to show you that high guard is good, but you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to have that head movement, and you got to be able to slip some things. You can't take everything, what I'm saying, just on a high guard, you know what I'm saying? Because each Kapalossus, he got a nice uppercut like he caught Terrence Crawford. I mean, he caught him with a straight, I think it was a straight right, and he got uppercuts, you know what I'm saying, that he could catch you with. He got a variety of punches, you know what I'm saying? So, high guard ain't everything, bro. So you got to be able to, use some critical thinking with that high guard. You know what I'm saying? Some feints. You know what I'm saying? Vergil Ortiz don't feint enough. You know what I'm saying, to get on the inside. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of little nuances that I see Vergil Ortiz gonna need, for the next level. And he just don't have it, bro. He gets confused in the ring, you know what I'm saying? But he's constantly trying to press you out. But you gotta set it up. You gotta set your shots up. He was missing a lot of shit in there. And I was like, it was a lot of flame, it was a lot of torque on his punches, but if it don't hit nothing, guess what? It don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Great high guard. He's got a great he's a great pressure fighter, but he needs to add some new dimensions to his game. You know what I'm saying? Because it becomes predictable. And that's why McKinson was able to survive as long as he was. You know what I'm saying? He could see the right coming. He knew the right was coming after the jab. You know what I'm saying? There was no creativity. That's why Roberson was, and Vergil Ortiz's dad was bitching him out. You know what I'm saying? He got caught up in his offense. He got caught up in trying to just bam this guy up out of there. And this dude is still a pro. You know what I'm saying? He's still a pro, even though he's sorry. You know what I'm saying? He's a slap boxer. You know what I'm saying? But he's still a pro. He still know what to look for. You know, now when he finally loosened up and stopped trying to knock the dude out, you know what I'm saying? That's when it came for him. And all fighters should know that by now. You know, Ben Strong. He said Ortiz can get hit by Ben or can get hit by Ben Ortiz. D sucks. Oh, D sucks. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes offense is the best defense. And that's Vergil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes offense is the best defense. And Conor Ben don't have the best defense either, bro. You know what I'm saying? He don't have the best defense either. You know what I'm saying? They're both kind of like pressure fighters who use their offense to put you on the back foot, you know what I'm saying? Press forward to whack you up out of there. And, right now they're just, physically strong. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can withstand, you know what I'm saying, that kind of pressure they put on you. But they're gonna come across a Boots and somebody who can move out the way and catch you and make you pay for the shit you miss. And they can make you shield up. You know what I'm saying? These are the things I'm talking about. You can look good against somebody who don't have those kind of attributes. And until you become across a motherfucker who can move and make you pay with power. And it's different. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's fighting Michael McKinson. That's why he didn't come back and fight somebody big because, he probably get his ass whipped. You know what I'm saying? So they still moving him like a prospect. That's why a lot of these fighters are still moving like a prospect because inspiring somebody got in there, you know what I'm saying, whipped their ass, somebody like a Brian Norman Jr., hey, they caught him up, you know what I'm saying, and went in there, he looked bad. He tore his ass up and he said, no, we can't, so we gotta build on this, and that's what's happening. Too long out the ring, way too long out the ring, you know what I'm saying? And they're not sharp, you know. You gotta work on your craft to get better. And you can see last night, Vergil Ortiz, you know what I'm saying, it took him a while to get his shit together. And you know, for a fighter of McKinson level, you know what I'm saying, he should have been beat him, man. He had him a few times and he just didn't his instincts wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Instinct wasn't there. He didn't turn up, you know what I'm saying, when he should have. And that's just from not being in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Just not from being in the ring, you know. And he can't do that on somebody like Connor Ben or somebody like that. But see, the cool thing about that is Connor Ben isn't that experienced either. So, and plus, when you got two fighters that can hit, you become more apprehensive. You know what I'm saying? You've got because you're gonna be respect that power. You're gonna respect it. Greeks with Fire says Green Machine knocked him down before the beating he got. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's because he didn't respect Green Machine, you know what I'm saying, power. You know what I'm saying? Even though Green Machine is a pretty good fighter, so he's a pretty good fighter. He just don't have a lot of natural gifts. You know what I'm saying? As far as he's a dude that fight by the numbers. He's got educated fundamentals, you know what I'm saying? And he got a little bit of craftiness, and that's why he was able to drop Bud Crawford, who didn't understand that. And but the thing about Aegis is he don't have the follow up. He don't have the killer. He's got a little bit of killer instinct, but he don't have that. I'm fit to go in here and finish you. He tries just for a little second. Then when he get hits with something, that motherfucker get right back and shell up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with him with Vergil Ortiz. It was the exact same shit. He knocked the shit out of Vergil Ortiz, and Vergil Ortiz came back and hit that motherfucker with a body shot and almost paralyzed him, almost shit on himself. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I had my chance, and he couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about he'll turn it on for he got about 6 seconds of Super Saiyan ability, and then he just turned off. It just is what it is. Some fighters don't have it. Um, it says better for boxing if EJ wins because as boxing fans, there are more big fights that we can see with EJ. Yeah, I'm trying not to think past, this Terrence Crawford fight. I don't want to think past it because I still want to think that we're going to be subject to, one of the best fights in the last 40 years. I really don't even want to see any other fights except for this one. And I can't think of any more matchups. Now that Vergil Ortiz Conor Ben fight is a fucking phenomenal matchup. You just brought one that you got me thinking about. But other than that, maybe EJ fight Boots Ennis. I would love to see that, man. I would love to see that right now, especially with Boots talking so much shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's ready, and I want to see him get in the ring. I want to see him prove it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what he got. You know what I'm saying? Against a top dude, because none of the journeymen can fuck with Boots right now. Nobody else. I don't think Vergil Ortiz could fuck with him. I don't think Conor Ben could fuck with Boots. Nobody's mentioning Boots' name because he's that good. You know what I'm saying? They see it. That dude passed the eye test. He passed the leg test. He passed the goddamn Superman test. He passed all the tests. So it's time for him to fight one of the champions if he can. He says, what's that? Kill Too Slimy says, facts. He said he just sits in the high guard and walks you down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some variation to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys are still pros. You know, he says, all that's missing Ortiz does against top. He said all that's missing Ortiz does against top opponents is gonna wear him out. Gonna wear him out. He said all that's missing Ortiz does against top gonna wear him out. Yeah, I mean it's possible. He's only 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? So this dude, he could take a lot. You know what I'm saying? If he keep, I don't know if Ortiz need to move up, but all this emphasis they put on him making 147. When that's what you're supposed to be doing anyway. He probably needs to move up because his body seems like it's telling him he need to be at 154. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be heavier. Um, Mike Rhythm said, "What's up, everybody? What's going on, Mike Rhythm? What's going on, bro?" Ken Slim 501 says, he says, salute to Ben for finally acting like he wants smoke with Boots and Ortiz. And you know what? Ken Slim 501, you said it. You hit the nail on the head. See, I get so depressed when it comes to these great legacy fighters. You know what I'm saying? And they're not living up to the bill. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about when he said he wanted to fight Chris Van Heerden. I was kind of like, okay. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to slide. He's trying to, step it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even though I knew Chris Van Heerden was kind of on the way down, but um, just to see the Dark Destroyer's son, you know what I'm saying, starting to grab his legacy by the balls and, you know what I'm saying, and starting to act like, the little Dark Destroyer, you know what I'm saying? He already got fans, you know what I'm saying, in the old school boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Eubanks, you don't need to go up to 168 to try to fight a dude that's, 2, 3 weight classes, you know what I'm saying, above you just to prove something, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to end up getting fucked up like Kell Brook. You're going to come back and you're a British fighter and y'all over the bones are real weak. So, you're going to, for some reason, y'all two British fighters, because Chris Eubanks a British fighter. So I don't know, y'all might break each other over the bones, you know what I'm saying? Just don't fuck with no American fighters, you know what I'm saying? I hate to tell you, don't mess with no American fighters because we'll fuck you over the bone up. And for some reason, you know what I'm saying, Conor Ben, he shouldn't be trying to do a Kell Brook, bro. He needs to stay where he at. And you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he want to keep the family name, you know what I'm saying, in good standing. Don't go get your ass whipped by Eubanks. You know what I'm saying? I think your daddy, I think Chris did beat, yeah, he did beat Nigel Ben. His dad did beat Nigel Ben, and his dad styled on him too after, because you remember how Chris Eubanks used to pose and shit in the camera and shit, and you know what I'm saying, knocked him down. You know what I'm saying? That was a good fight, y'all, if y'all want to check that out. So you know what I'm saying? So I don't think he want to go up there and get Falumaloon, you know what I'm saying, by somebody who's naturally 168. Uh Candy Slim 501 says, he said low key, he said Kimson is better than people think. Well, I don't think that he's better than people think. I think he did better than people thought he would against a rusty Vergil Ortiz. And I think, saying for him to have the courage to go in there and face somebody like Vergil Ortiz, I don't think that was the best version of Vergil Ortiz. That was not the best version of him. That was a rusty version of Vergil Ortiz, somebody who wasn't clicking on all cylinders. And he looked like a solid pro. I just think it was what Vergil Ortiz didn't do, rather than what was Michael McKinnison was doing. And you saw how he was trying to survive in the latter rounds and stuff. And Vergil finally got warmed up. So if that was a Vergil Ortiz who was in his stride, he probably wouldn't have lasted that long. Um, once he started listening to his corner and following the game plan, he got to that point where he's so anxious to get back and become the Mexican Terminator, and that could work against you. You know what I'm saying? That could work against you. Um, Trying to be the Terminator, because you can get your ass knocked out when you're trying to knock somebody out. And that's what he was running into last night. He was trying to get this dude out of there because everybody thought of him as trash. And he was anxious because it was his first fight back after about a year. So he wanted to get in there. He wanted to put on a great performance. He had that pressure on him. So he wasn't listening to his corner. Hey, let it come naturally, bro. Stop trying to knock this dude out. Because, he has good movement. And that's another thing, what I'm saying? We see Vergil Ortiz have problems cutting off the ring. Now everybody sees that. He's gonna have to work on that shit because now everybody knows what they can do to get away from Vergil Ortiz. And he can't do shit about it. You know what I'm saying? And if you got some power, what I'm saying, he's not gonna be able to do that much. So, I hope Conor Ben is watching this fight. But you're gonna get a better version of Vergil Ortiz the next time he's out. He's not gonna come back looking like that. Yeah, yeah. What you call? How you say call? Leonard. Yeah, he says Ortiz looks sloppy and way too hittable. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm saying. His I mean, he was deflecting pretty good early in the fight. He was knocking down shit, what I'm saying, but he wasn't taking advantage of it. And this dude was way too fast for him. You know what I'm saying? He was just way too fast for him. It says Terra Natura. How you say Terra Natura? I don't know how to say that. He said Terra Natir. What's that? French or some shit? He said he said that was a knockdown on Bud. He says the ref. He said the ref fucked the call up. He said he was not pushed down. Bud got hit with two punches and he was hurt trying to hold on. He said Errol Smith Jr. the truth would stop him late. Well, I just think that EJ is going to stop him because of the type of fighter he is. I don't think nobody ever pressured Terrence Crawford or had the dimensions of Errol Smith Jr. to pressure Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? The way EJ has. Nobody is the type of athlete, what I'm saying, to be able to get on the inside, to be able to press through any resistance that Terrence Crawford has. Terrence Crawford catch you in between punches. And can he catch EJ? I do believe he can catch EJ. I think he can. You know what I'm saying? But can he put EJ down? Can he deter EJ? It's a mindset, you know what I'm saying, that he's battling. It ain't just the boxing, it's the willpower, it's the tenacity, it's the mindset of EJ that he's facing. You know what I'm saying? He's facing somebody who think he could destroy him. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna have to he's gonna have to hurt EJ to get his respect. And I don't think Terrence Crawford is gonna be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? With a highly trained EJ who's gonna up the pace, I believe he's gonna come in the fight. I think he's gonna turn up the pace from the beginning and see if Terrence Crawford can keep up with him, because so many people allow Terrence Crawford to recover. They allow him to recover on the outside. EJ fights for 3 minutes of every round, and so he's going to be on Crawford ass, and that's something that most people just don't want to add to the equation when they're thinking about this fight. Was it Qua Leonard says, he says, Ortiz should go up and fight Fundora. He said, I bet they protect him at 154 too. You know what I'm saying? Well, it ain't much protection up there. It ain't much protection up there, because either I could see him beating somebody like J Rock, what I'm saying, who got a weak chin, but he'll have trouble with somebody like Erickson Lubison. He would have trouble with Erickson Lubison. He'd have trouble with Tony Harris. He would have to fight somebody like a Danny Garcia. I know that's sad, but he would have to fight a Danny Garcia. He would have to fight Swift Hurd. You know what I'm saying? He would have to fight somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? And those dudes, that's risk right there for him going up at 154. If he fuck with he probably could even possibly beat Tim Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? He probably, but Fundora, you know what I'm saying? The way he fights, you know what I'm saying? The way um, Ortiz fight, eh, Fundora, you know, it would be a battle to see who could damage each other the first. You know what I'm saying? Who could tear down the other the first, you know what I'm saying? Because Ortiz would be tearing up Fundora's body. You know what I'm saying? And Fundora is vulnerable to the body. But Fundora got so much work rate. Could Virgil tear him down before he tear Fundora down? You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of fight I would see. Because none of them is good at jabbing and you know what I'm saying, boxing and shit like that. That'd be a war of attrition. You know what I'm saying? That would be a hell of a fight, man. You're bringing up some good shit here. You know what I'm saying? That would be a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Says Slim. If I don't know who you talking to him. What's going on, Anthony Jones? I see you out there. He says, "Man, Ben, it's the yellow. It's the yellow caper, capper." I think hopefully he's not clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? And I give him the benefit of the doubt because he's the son of the Dark Destroyer. You know what I'm saying? And I want to believe in him. You know what I'm saying? I want to believe in him. That he wants to fight Boots, and I respect him so much. If he get in the ring with Boots Ennis, and I know Boots Ennis will accept the challenge. You know what I'm saying? That would be a hell of a fight, bro. That'd be getting boxing back on track. You know what I'm saying? Seeing them two guys go at it. You said I think Boots' defense is leaking. I would like to see him face Speedy. I think everybody, Mike Rhythm. I think everybody would love to see him fight Rashidi Ellis. Rashidi Ellis is, you know, he's a real talent. Uh, I think that would be a great test for Boots. You know what I'm saying? Fast hands. You know what I'm saying? Great counters. He's offensive. You know what I'm saying? He can fight off the back foot when he want to. Um, but he's gonna have to get through Boots' offensive ability. You know what I'm saying? He can't get caught because you get caught by Boots, he's gonna end you. But I think that'll be one of the best fights at 147 for Boots. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anybody else who can um, withstand his offense ability. Let me see. He says, "Oh, Qua Leonard, Qua Leonard, you got it. Okay, Qua Leonard. Okay, you know what I'm saying." So it says, Slim, Candy Slim 501. He says, "Full compromise. I sent you a super chat, but it didn't appear." Huh? Well, don't tell me they shadow banning me. Let me see. I don't see it. Hmm. Well, send another $50. You know what I'm saying? Send another $50 so I can see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Huh? Huh? I never heard that before. I seen it happen on Blue Blood, but I said I never seen nothing happen like that. He said send. Maybe it's just slow. Maybe my internet's slow or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my internet's slow. So Qualina says, he said AJ output would be a huge obstacle. Yeah. That's going to be everything in that fight for him. He can't slow down. He's going to have to get on top. He's going to have to get on top of Terrence Crawford. He can't let him breathe because Terrence Crawford, he lives off of calculating, and he lives off of calculating. You know what I'm saying? And planning and plotting and setting traps. So he can't let Terrence Crawford breathe. He knows that. You know what I'm saying? He knows that. He's too crafty. You know. So Ortiz versus Hurd would be yes, man. What you talking about? Did you see Hurd versus Laura? You know what I'm saying? That was a barn burner. That was a surprise to start seeing Laura sit down on his punches. And I was like, wow, man, Laura can fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He don't have to move. You know what I'm saying? He can really fight, you know what I'm saying, standing his ground. And it's kind of cool. That's why oh, there it is. My time to shine. It says in that $10 super chat. Thank you for that super chat. My time to shine says, I see mine. He said, I'll see if mine come through. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Oh, thank you for that super chat. My time to shine. So yeah, look like it's working. He says, let me see, going down. He said, if you hurt Spence, that's not going to stop him from the mission. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, Mike, Rhythm. You know what I'm saying? His durability. You know what I'm saying? He got so much durability. Um, being a natural welterweight. Being a natural welterweight, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, he can absorb a lot. That's what Danny Garcia was saying. And because Danny Garcia was giving it to EJ. He was hitting him to the body, and EJ was able, and he wasn't even 100%. You know what I'm saying? So he was still able to take them shots and press forward and keep the pressure on. And that's what he's going to do. I believe that's the way he fought Danny Garcia is the thinking way he's going to fight Terrence Crawford, but with more energy and more effort. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to have a better training camp. I think he's going to have more strength and conditioning, more nutrition, and I think he's going to be able to press Terrence Crawford out. Let's see. Ortiz says, oh yeah, I read that. He said, Mike Rhythm says, he said, you name all big punches that could test Crawford's chin at 154. Yeah, but the problem with those dudes is that, and I see, I don't know if Terrence Crawford power will carry 154. I don't know if it might be even stronger because of the added weight. But those guys all have super flaws. Like Lubin, he got the weak chin. Um, uh, your boy J Rock, he got a weak chin. Um, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Hurd, you know what I'm saying? He's just not a good overall skillful boxer. He's taking too much punishment, and now he's just going down in fights. I think he's used up all his durability points. You know what I'm saying? I think he's run out of durability. Um, you know what I'm saying? And now he's just kind of shot. So from taking all them punches and shit and outlasting people. And then he kind of ran away from the steroid test. So, now I'm kind of like questioning, those other fights that he took. Maybe it wasn't all him, because he did take a lot of beatings and shit and then come back from it and just kind of outlasted when the guy kind of started to wear down in the fight from whipping his ass. And, so, now he's starting to show, what I'm saying, the effects of all those shots that he took in those fights. Anthony Jones says, Ben versus Ortiz way more likely dark zone boots and Ellis for a vacant belt. Yeah, I can see that. But he gonna have to. But Ortiz, both of them are good step up fights for each other. Because it's weird. Seems like Ortiz been in the damn game forever, and he hasn't gotten around to what I'm saying, fighting anybody on a higher level like a Lipinets. At least Boots has already done it. You know what I'm saying? He's already fought Thomas Delorme. He's already fought Lipinets. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not even gonna count Castillo. What is his name? Castillo. That Castillo guy. He just went in there for a payday. But he's going through the gauntlet of the gatekeepers. And what I'm saying? It's time for it's time for Vergil Ortiz to get it together and step on up to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we waiting on. You know what I'm saying? They waiting on these belts to fly everywhere so they can fight for them. I would even like to see Vergil Ortiz fight Stanionis. But I know, Stanionis waiting on EJ. He waiting on Terrence Crawford too. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see Conor Ben fight Stanionis, somebody like that. But these guys are trying to be, these promotional companies trying to be so safe with the fighters. It's just hard to get the best fights, Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. My energy is a little low, boy, 'cause we were cooking last night, man. We was up late, man. I'm talking about we was up to like 2 o'clock in the morning. Man, it was something else. It was something else. Candace Lim said, he said, "Damn, bro, I sent another super chat that didn't show on your end, but came out my bank account. I gotta contact YT about this shit." All right, that's okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. I do this for the love of it, bro. It ain't even for the money like that, bro. Don't even worry about it. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cut this short because I'm so sleepy. So I just want to come on because I promised to come on today, you know what I'm saying, holler at everybody and talk to my people. You know what I'm saying? I thank you, Candy Slim 501, Anthony Jones, Mike Rhythm, Qual Leonard, you know what I'm saying? We just chopped it up a little bit. I just want to cut it short. I'm still sleepy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got the energy. I might come on later on tonight or something. You know what I'm saying? Look out for me probably around about 8. You know what I'm saying? We'll come back on and chop it up. I got to get some more sleep. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see you guys, you know what I'm saying, probably about 8 tonight. And then maybe you can get your super chat money up, Candy Slim 501, and maybe it'll come on out your account then on my end. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the money anyway. It's about the love of boxing, y'all. And you know what I'm saying? But check me out later, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Saying thank you for the support, Anthony Jones. My time to shine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all guys make this channel work, man. And peace out. And I'll see you guys later on.